Every single day I look up to my brother. I love him. I respect him because back in the day, we were literally Tom and Jerry, right? And me being Tom, like constantly, it was always a scene at the house. You would see us running back and forth, like chasing each other, just constantly poking fun at each other. And no one can get under my skin as much as my brother can, till date, to be honest. And he knows that, and he plays on that.
What's the best relationship advice you've given it to him by far?
I think the thing I've learned from my past relationships has probably been don't lose your individuality.
What is your equation with Disha per se like?
She's awesome, like she's so supportive. She's always there for me through relationship drama, through, fights with my brother, whatever it may be. I keep saying she's like the sister I never had. Ice cream. He loves ice cream.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. He'll eat ice cream by the bucket on his cheat days.
There are many relationships that we share, but I think the bond that we share with our siblings is the most special. And this Raksha Bandhan, we have Krishna Shroff with us to talk about this special bond with her brother Tiger Shroff. Hi Krishna, welcome to Pinkvilla.
Hi, thanks for having me.
I really want to start by asking you, what is the usual Raksha Bandhan celebration in the Shroff house like?
To be honest, like basically every celebration, it's super minimal and super low-key. We're a really close-knit family. It's just the four of us. So it's always, any celebration, any occasion, whatever it may be, it has always been very intimate. That's just habit. That's been routine. Just like Raksha Bandhan, it's going to be the same, the usual. Of course, I'll tie him a Rakhi and definitely expecting some really cool gifts in return.
Obviously,
I always tell him, I'm like, I'm not a very materialistic person, so material doesn't really interest me. I always tell him every year, just book me a ticket to a new destination.
So what's the best gift that Tiger's given you ever?
Probably a Mini Cooper. He bought me a Mini Cooper one year when this was initially in his career. I remember I really wanted that car at the time. I thought it was super cute, and he surprised me with that.
That's so sweet.
He's an amazing brother.
I'm sure. What is the significance of Raksha Bandhan for you?
To be honest, it doesn't change anything. Every single day I look up to my brother. I love him. I respect him. I'm grateful for him. I'm appreciative towards him. So honestly, this single day, like, any other day, like a Mother's Day or a Father's Day, it doesn't change anything for me.
Were you like those kids who used to fight and quarrel a lot, or were you always supportive of each other?
We 100%. I keep telling everyone we're so different because back in the day, we were literally Tom and Jerry, right? And me being Tom, like constantly, it was always a scene at the house. You would see us running back and forth, like chasing each other and just constantly poking fun at each other. And no one can get under my skin as much as my brother can, till date, to be honest. And he knows that, and he plays on that. But today our relationship is very different. We never fight. I can't remember the last time we fought. And even though, he's that older brother, people expect him to be this like possessive, protective guy. He's extremely chilled out. He's more like a best friend to me.
Really? So
yeah.
Like you all discuss boyfriend and girlfriend and you all...
Everything, every single thing.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
So does he like give you like elder brother advices on how to be in a relationship and how to manage your relationship? Is he like that at all?
I don't think he can when it comes to that, just because he hasn't had much experience in that aspect.
Yeah.
So it's more me giving him the advice.
What's the best relationship advice you've given it to him by far?
I've learned from my past relationships has probably been don't lose your individuality. It's so important to maintain that space between the two of you and realize you're still two individuals at the end of the day, so don't lose who you are being with someone else.
Yeah. You once told me, I remember during an interview, that Tiger had gone abroad to study and he came back immediately because he just couldn't live there. What is that? If you can just share that anecdote with us.
Yeah, so he was going to Pennsylvania for college at the time. And I remember, my father was so angry at my mom. My father just wants the family to be together at the end of the day,
Yeah.
And my mom was all like, he needs to experience this, and it'll be good for him, and this and that. And I remember Tiger, he really didn't want to go. He's such a homebody. He's such a family-oriented man. Like he loves the comfort of his own home.
Wow.
So I remember he was leaving that day, and I was like, yes, like freedom, from his younger sister. And the family was super sad. He was super sad. He left. Literally in like a day or two, my mom calls my dad saying, book our tickets, we're coming back.
Wow.
I mean, he just wasn't happy, he knew that's not where he wanted to be. And my mom said on their way back in the flight, he actually told her, he was like, I promise you, you won't regret this decision. Like, I'm going to work hard and I'm going to do something that'll make you realize this was the right decision.
And it has turned out so
100%.
Do you sometimes get bothered by these comparisons that that happens between the siblings at home and even at work? Now, since he's doing so well in his career, people must be saying, when is Krishna making her debut? Does she want to become an actor? How do you react to all these conversations?
To be honest, it would really bother me back in the day. The constant comparison, I just thought was so unfair. He's, at the end of the day, he's living his own path and doing his own thing and absolutely killing it. And I'm doing mine, no two people are ever the same, and I don't think it's fair to compare, siblings or not, but at the end of the day, I'm so proud of everything he's accomplished, and who he's become and the identity he's created for himself away from my father's name. It's not easy breaking out of that shadow, especially choosing to go into the same field and doing the same thing. It's very difficult. And he was able to do that in his first film, like no one can say that. I think the speed and the rate at which he's going is tremendous. And honestly, I don't think there's anything or anybody that's going to be able to stop him.
But what about you, Krishna? When are you becoming an actor? Do you have plans to become an actor?
I literally just had this conversation with the guy that was doing my hair at the salon just now. He was like, "Ma'am, when's your debut?" I'm like, guys, it's not happening. It's not happening. No. I joke and I say maybe when I'm old and bored one day and don't have anything else to do, I'll probably give it a shot.
Sure. So what's the career path that you're choosing for yourself?
Right now, I think I'm really excited about where fitness is taking me. I think fitness is such a booming industry. I think the future is the now, and the future is fitness. Everyone wants to be more aware, is becoming more aware. And I'm excited to maybe, pioneer this movement in our country for the youth.
I read an interview of yours recently where you said, of course, there are these rumors about Tiger and Disha doing around so many, many years now. And you recently said in an interview that, when you, Tiger and Disha are together, you all two gang up against him.
Yeah.
What is that equation with Disha like? Of course, you refuted the marriage rumors and you said that's for them to answer. But what is your equation with Disha per se like?
She's awesome, like she's so supportive. She's always there for me through relationship drama, through, fights with my brother, whatever it may be. I keep saying she's like the sister I never had. So it's cool to be able to have her and to go to for advice and opinions. And, she's really good at hair and makeup. So if I'm in a rush and I don't have time to go get mine done, she'll always, come over and do my makeup for me. Like it's just, yeah, it's really nice. It's nice to have her around. And, my brother doesn't have a lot of friends. So, I mean, if they have a good time together, and they're, they've been able to stay this close for so long, then, I mean, I'll love her regardless.
Of course. But don't you try to play Cupid between the two and bring them more closer? Has it ever happened?
No, I mean, I whatever their equation is, that's on them, and I don't get involved in that sense. I just know through him, her and I have gotten really close, so that's cool. I'm happy to have her in my life.
Lovely. We'll play a quick 2 minutes game. It's called Rapid Fight. So I'm going to ask you some questions about Tiger, and you just have to think of the top 5 things that come on your mind. 5 things or people Tiger Shroff cannot live without.
Me, my mother, my father, the gym, ice cream. He loves ice cream.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. He'll eat ice cream by the bucket on his cheat days.
Oh, wow. 5 favorite food items. One of them becomes ice cream for sure.
Yes. So ice cream, cookies, cupcakes, pizza, and burgers. He has a very, very strong sweet tooth, so
Wow.
I mean, his willpower, if you know him, is out of this world. It's insane.
5 favorite holiday destinations.
The Maldives, Japan, Goa. To be honest, not many places beyond that. He's always going to the Maldives. I think he's been there maybe like 5 times already this year. But yeah, he's such a homebody. I think if he could just be at home forever, he would.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but Goa was your favorite, the family's favorite destination when you all were kids, right? You all spent a lot of time there.
Yeah, we would go to Goa like 3 times a year, the 4 of us.
Lovely.
Yeah.
5 favorite movies.
Okay, so he loves the Rocky movies.
Yeah.
So he loves I know he loves 1, 2, and 3, especially 4 as well. He loves all Jackie Chan movies, of course. You see, the inspiration from him in his own work. He loves what else? He's an action buff. He's such an action buff. So I'm just gonna keep naming, big action movies. He's also a very big. I don't know if you guys know this, but he's a big anime fan.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he loves anime. Like he'll, in his free time or on shoot when he, has time between shots, he'll be watching an episode on his phone and things like that. So yeah, he's a big anime fan as well. I couldn't name any because I'm not an anime fan. So.
5 favorite co-stars.
My father, Hrithik Roshan. I'm gonna say Disha, I'm guessing. Who else did he have fun working with? I think he had a blast. To be honest, I saw him having a lot more fun and playing a lot more pranks on the Student of the Year 2 set with Tara and Ananya.
Lovely.
So I think he had fun shooting with them as well.
Oh, lovely. And I think he and Shraddha are also very close, right? They're school
friends.
Yes,
how could I forget Shraddha? Shraddha is probably his favorite.
And one last question. 5 people Tiger Shroff looks up to.
My mother. I know his inspirations are Bruce Lee, Michael Jackson. In our industry, of course, everyone knows he looks up to Hrithik sir.
Yeah.
I think that's about it mainly.
Sure.
I mean, now I know he's drawing inspiration from a lot of different artists, considering he's kind of moving into the whole music space as well.
Yes.
So definitely drawing inspiration from, many different people across different fields.
Are you interested in music? I have a feeling you two are very inclined towards it, and maybe some collaboration between you and him.
How funny you ask. We actually were speaking about this, and I was talking to the family, and I said, people will probably hear me, on a track with him much sooner than they'd see me in a film with him.
Wow, but you have a beautiful voice, which is why I asked, is there something that you all plan to do?
Thank you. Hopefully in the future, let's see, never say never.
Of course, but we can't wait for this and much more that you guys are doing. Like I said, I always wish the best for the family. Thank you so much for this lovely conversation.
Thank you so much.